What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday, and I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. And today I'm playing with Vickydix, top 100 Grandmaster YouTuber, and new friend of mine. How are you, Vicky?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Super glad to be on the show. It's been a while.
Welcome. Yeah. Well, I'm very impressed to see your progression, your game improve, your stature in the community, all of that, and your work on YouTube most significantly. I'm going to link to everyone in the show notes. If you don't know Vicky now, you will, because I see you on kind of an inevitable trajectory, which is pretty cool to bear witness to. Oh, we're doing a little Spaceport Sigma, are we?
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh, I had a hard time picking out the map because I am quite an ambivalent player. I enjoy 1v1s, but I also enjoy free for all.
Okay.
And I thought it would be only fitting to play a free fall progressive on my favorite map, which is also your favorite map.
Right. All right. Let's. This seems like a great question to start with then, because I bet you're going to have a similar answer to me, but I'm not sure. So, what is it about this map that makes it so great?
Ah. Um, so it is an interesting map because in progressive, the continents do matter somewhat. Okay,
Yeah.
so um, it's a map which can actually get allow you to have super high ratios playing um, super high ratios playing free for all. Quite a good win ratio because people are in general somewhat slow to spread. So there are still a bunch of small little corners that you may still hide in, and that means the time come you are still capable of making a comeback. But however, if you're the one who starts with a good continent, aka the one on the left and the one on the right, then it is quite easy for you to snowball. So I like that. I like the fact that it's big, especially that's one of the other reasons. Um, I am probably one of the few people, well, there's quite a few people in this community actually that really enjoy having uh, mechanical advantage over players that play on mobile,
Mm-hmm.
which means, well, while I have an advantage, I'm going to keep using it the most possible. It's not very fair, but I'm a pretty fast player, and it gives me an edge, and it's just super satisfying to blaze through a board to kill someone before the timer runs out.
Yeah. I think it's not just that advantage over um, mobile. There's also an advantage over PC users who just don't have the mechanical speed. Right.
That's true.
It is a skill gap to leverage like any other.
Yep.
So I find myself hearing an echo. I've pretty much said and thought just about everything that you specified there. I think my win rate on these settings ranked is 93%, 92,
Yeah,
ninety-three
that
percent
was.
something like that, which is
Hmm.
not good enough for top 100 these days.
Yeah,
But, that is the nature of the beast that we're rolling this ball uphill against
correct.
gravity, and it just keeps coming back. So it looks like
Uh-huh.
you are in the last position, which I actually find against good opponents is a detriment. In a public lobby, I'm usually happy to see it.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm not too pleased with my position here because I do not have a strong position in either Kepler's deck, either in Expedition Command, and I'm well spread out everywhere, and I'm going last, so probably gonna have to live with what people give me. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting
Ooh,
to
we
see.
have alliances. Okay,
Yep,
I see.
it's true.
What can I do with that? That's fun and exciting. All right. So the things I'm paying attention to is where am I going to go? Who goes after me? And is anyone who goes after me going to fuck up my shit?
Uh-huh.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to find a string of takes. So I think I start with the guaranteed. Yeah, see, that looks good. I like that start a lot.
Ah, beautiful.
I like that start a lot. So we'll see if I can remain. Nick is a fun wild card in these games, right? Nick
correct.
plays very unpredictably and often very aggressively. So, and of course we're playing against Olive. How about I do the rundown? So, do you know Mary Jane Crow? I think I know this person. I think it's an alt of someone.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, I would expect it to be because I believe they added themselves before you added the P community member ping.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's an alt account of someone on the waiting on your best behavior.
Oh, okay. Well, then they should tell me who they are, because that would be fun to know. I'm in the second position. This is what my record looks like with 24 hours played, 1785 wins, and 656 losses. Following me, we have MMO Pro Nick, who you all remember from various episodes of the show. On this account, it's 739 hours with 217 wins and 451 losses. After that, we have Raging Dino from the United Kingdom. He is a top 100 Grandmaster, 469 hours, 536 wins, and 316 losses. He might even be top 50. We have Olive XC, reached number 1 on the world leaderboard. This is, as far as I know, Olive's only account. We're almost at 1K hours. 2881 wins to 721 losses. And finally, rounding out, we have Vickydix, flying the flag of France. VIP, but you also could be VCC now, I betcha. 168 hours. Is this your only account, Vic? With
I hope so.
And
No, I have a few.
Okay.
I'll go over them afterwards.
Sure. Sure. Where do
you
go?
This is grim. I think it's actually a rare exception where I'd prefer to go for one of the center continents.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have 9. I could almost go for an aggressive push immediately.
So now you're going to leverage the ability to negotiate to try and hold this continent.
Correct.
No, I'm not going to break you. And then who could roll on the 2s? I think the person who takes Kepler's deck would be the one that you either ally up with or becomes natural enemies with you, depending on who gets what, obviously, and if they have an exterior position.
But it's funny because they haven't really committed to it on turn 1. Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Let's throw a few hearts right there.
Looks like he's playing a more traditional game of progressive.
Yep.
Right now.
Which is...
probably too slow. So green is not going to do so well unless they change tactic and take this launch pad. Maybe next turn, though. They seem reasonably lined up to do it. The question then becomes, are you guys going to be good neighbors?
What would you say, Pete? If you were in my position in a free-for-all game, what would you do?
Honestly, it really depends, right? The context matters. So I like to default to being a good neighbor, but you know as well as I that you want to be in the driver's seat of when you break that deal. So it really, and seeing as how you're in a situation now, when and if, like, you're going to be allowed to hold that bonus. So you get the first bonus, right? Now Nick has one. He wants to spend a little value. I guess he wants to put me under 20 territories, but yeah, see, if I were you, all things being equal, I think I let green take that bonus and then break it immediately. So I don't have someone.
That's what you would do.
I think, well, depend. Uh-oh. Nick bought out immediately? Oh, no. Was that it? Did Dino just ruin his game and he's done? He's finished? Oh, my God.
That was fast.
Yeah, well, if we have a bot, that could change things a little bit. You know what? Before we get too super deep into this conversation, can we have your bio, please? Tell us about yourself.
Yep. All right. You can call me Vickydix. I'm 19. I live in France. I I'm going to play my turn.
Yeah, do so.
Wait, I don't have to pretend I'm going slow. My bad.
Yeah, you don't need to bluff. Wow, that's a lot of territories. Okay.
Oopsies. Don't mind me. So, I am currently a student in engineering. It's my second year.
Mm-hmm.
I speak English, French, Italian, Hungarian, Spanish, and a bit of Spanish, a bit of German. And I have been playing Risk as a child initially with my brother. We were both somewhat bad, but I was always a bit better than him. And with rage issues, we actually finish our games quite seldomly. Not often.
Okay.
So I ended up playing some more Risk end of 2018. Did some fixed on my first Risk Global Domination accounts. Following that, I stopped and I got into Progressive this August. I watched quite a bit of Risk Forever, and I watched a bit of your content as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I joined the server at the same time as when you were making advertisements for it for the new competition for the free for all tournament a few months ago. Yeah. And with that, I made my own account. I decided to play quite a lot. And to answer your question from earlier, now I also have a third account for my free for all novice to Grandmaster Progressive series.
Right. So you have an original account that you played mostly fixed on, mostly classic fixed?
Yes.
And do you use that at all, or is it kind of gone by the wayside?
Not much anymore, no.
And then this is the 1v1s?
Correct.
Okay, and what is your, if you'll share, what are your settings for 1v1?
I don't really play anymore. To get to top 100, I used hey Olive, that isn't really necessary, is it? Do I want to overcommit? Let's see. Wait, 2, 4, 6.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna do it now. Poke the bear.
Yeah, poor green.
And this is what we have to do. Got it.
Yeah.
And I should have done it the other way around. Now he's in a corner.
Yeah. Poor green.
Mates. Natural enemies. In this position, you're at the mercy of the other person, and the moment they get a troop bonus, a continent bonus, you're toast. You're at their mercy, and you have too many guards and a weaker continent.
Yeah, those launch pads are often a trap. You being able to get one so early really worked out, except for... What? Where's he going? What was that?
I don't know.
I see a glitch. Is he botting?
I do as well.
Okay. We are seeing the same thing.
Yep. So I didn't mention anything earlier because I don't know if Green is watching. Sorry, Green.
No, this isn't live. This is all.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't do these shows live because I want the conversation to be something you're happy with. You know, I want the outcome of the show to be like. Mm-hmm. I see that as being the most important goal.
Right. Yes. So, as I was saying, I consider that you have to punch them eventually, and you better be the one to throw the first punch. And that means you, when you're in the center, you basically have to attack. If you consider the other player to be competent as well, you have to attack them before they get their continent bonus. So the question is, do you attack them immediately, or do you attack them the turn that they get it? I decided to go immediately because I don't feel like I have a lot to spread around into.
Oh, you gave them a one-turn reprieve. You gave them that glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a lot of early matching happening. Okay.
That is uncommon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. And if Nick's a bot, we'll likely see him match in early as well, which can be really good for me, right? Now I have a great
That's
position,
true.
and I'm going to get the largest or second to largest match, something like that.
Correct.
Which is where I like to be in progressive. So it really does look like this game is evolving to a me versus you type outcome.
It would appear so as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of our games to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I do love these settings, huh?
Yep.
No, but
You
like,
bet.
so if it tickles you in the same way as it tickles me, that's a nice little sort of wow, 8, that is rough, dude.
You know, let's see. I'm gonna take it. Take the odds.
Yeah, looks
Boink.
good.
Let's see the 89. Got him. All right. Let's throw some hearts left, right, and center.
I think Olive needs to break you.
At least one of them, probably.
I think, well, who else? There's no one near you.
Black.
Black's
Oh,
a
wait,
bot.
black's a bot.
Yeah. Oh, green's a bot
No.
too.
I don't really think it's necessary. Ah.
Oh my god.
No, it was Namek LL. It was someone else. Okay.
Okay. That's who it is. Cool. Well, then I do this. I will let Olive have the kill. If he wants those 2 cards at this point in the game, I don't see it as being backbreaking.
No, I agree.
No,
Maybe
Dino,
Olive won't go for me because of that.
I think Olive should go for you though, and I
The
think Dino should go for me. I know now I'm super threatening as well. Yep.
Now the thing is, you're the threat as well.
For sure.
So that the question is, can Olive and Dino collaborate to break both of us?
Well, is Dino allied with you? Because he's not allied with me. By all means, don't tell me. Oh, okay.
I may or may not divulge that information.
No,
the thing is, Olive didn't know, so.
Nor should you.
I mean, Dino did not attack, so it makes less sense now for Olive to attack me.
Okay.
Because you and I are generating basically the same amount of troops.
Yeah. Olive playing a very interesting sort of defensive mode.
I agree.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
Well,
And
that's sort
goes
of how
for
you would
long
have to do it if you're in the middle, right? Because I hate the position he's starting in.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
I despise it as well.
But also, I think from Olive's perspective, you have but one way to go. So how do you not
Well,
totally
the thing
fuck
is,
up his game?
the thing is, he just took a lot of territories in highway warehouses.
Yeah.
High bay warehouses, and that's basically the next continent I was going after if I don't want to hurt him.
Right. He's giving you no choice. You have nowhere to go.
I have to push back.
Yeah.
Sets are worth. This is still the first set. Wait, my bad.
Yeah, it's very
right here.
I know it feels like it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So just to touch on something Vicky brought up earlier for the audience's sake, we were kind of talking about how this one plays a lot more like a fixed game, and I think there's an inflection point, and I think it's around the 6th or 7th turn where it switches and becomes more of a prog game, and by that I mean the territories you hold and the bonuses you hold mattering less than the continents you hold.
Mm-hmm.
But when that exact moment occurs is a fairly important thing to consider.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Staying open now.
I think I'm slightly over generating you, so I'm in no impetus to mess up my game at the moment.
I'm probably a player that would have tried and take the Launchpad C earlier, and therefore taken that last spot. But at this point, it is a good arguable. It is an interesting debate whether you should take the continent or not.
I strongly dislike the launch pads. So I'm very happy to sit in that impenetrable center and just get easy takes for a couple of turns and not piss anyone off, and let you, right, inevitably butt up against Olive and start a war.
Mm-hmm.
But Olive is playing it real cool too.
The next logical play for me, honestly, is make sure that he can't break into my Kepler's deck, and then remove him entirely from high bay warehouses.
Well, you could remove him entirely now. That could work.
Orange has eyes on black if I use my 9 stack once I remove Olive.
Yeah, you don't want anyone getting those 2 cards. What are those 2 cards worth at this point?
They're not worth it. So the answer is it is worth going after him.
That was the conclusion I drew as well.
I didn't notice that Olive card skipped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Olive. I just don't want you in my face there.
Well, we'll see how he gets out of that one.
My prediction is he's going to attack Terminal Lobby. Because with all the troops in luggage port, I mean, all the troops with orange and black in that continent means that no one will be able to occupy the continent entirely.
He doesn't want to open you. You don't want to open him. I think him not opening you at this point is suicide.
What's going to happen in 3 turns from now?
Oh, Gino got a set! I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Okay, takes the launch pad. Oh, okay. Okay, that's less concerning.
When he takes playing fixed too seriously.
Yeah, there is that sweet spot in this game, though, where it switches.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, Olive's just going to sit and say, you break me at your peril. Okay. Sure, so now we're equal, you and I. You have slightly more troops. It's your game to lose, Vic.
What to do? Yep. Orange is intelligently. Dino is blocking black. What to do now? Man. Mm-hmm. Wait, let me think. Set's worth 30. I could do it. But it's not worth it. Sorry, Dino.
Yeah, gotta get a card somewhere.
Fuck.
Oh, did you misclick?
Legend.
That should not be a thing. Right? We should be able to go back from Fortify.
This is one of the actually very rare times where I went to Fortify before attacking. I never used the turn phase confirmation.
Okay.
I feel like it's a waste, and it finally got me.
Yeah. So that is that had to happen to me once before I turned it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I hate that. But also there's no mechanical reason why we can't click back to attack from fortify if we haven't made a fortify. So that should be an option.
Right.
It's like another one of those little time saving tricks that.
Yep.
Yeah, good design speaks volumes. So your history with Risk is playing mostly with your brother, and you're getting angry at each other. Is that because you guys both need to win?
He was rather competitive, and I, in general, I was in general a better player than him. Okay. So yeah, it wasn't. It was just a little brotherhood rivalry. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it's just it's kind of like people leaving Monopoly and never finishing a game of Monopoly. It's kind of the same thing.
I mean, if you never start, you never finish. I think Monopoly's an awful game. I don't I don't get it at all. What are we doing here?
I don't appreciate that.
What are we doing?
Olive's clogging it up.
Is he going to take Nick out of the pocket? The Nick bot? He wants you to go for it. He's trying to encourage you to make that kill, to push through him and open his 88 stack.
6 + 6.
So he can,
I know.
So he can flank you, right? That's what happened. You're gonna kill Dino. No, you're gonna block. You're gonna block Dino.
The question is, can I go for Dino as well? That will be my concern afterwards. No, I'm not going for Dino.
Going for black.
I'm actually not going to unblock Olive.
Right. Which is what he wanted. He wanted you to come at black from the other position, I think.
Right.
So he could come behind you.
The mistake that I committed this turn is leaving a 3-stack right there. Gateway BC. I left that there. All right.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Punch, punch, punch.
Oh yeah.
Question is, what is Olive going to do now? Olive has nothing, and it's all blocked. Just does nothing.
Yeah.
Intelligent move.
Hope to build up and let us fight amongst ourselves. You still have that slight lead on me. But it's really close, man. I like this endgame a lot.
Me too. I'm gonna have some fun.
Just break the shit out of me, right?
Fuck.
Oh, you went the other way.
I don't agree with that move. I should have broken you everywhere.
Yeah, I think so.
We almost had it. It was there for a split second. I like to put 10 there when I split that way. Ooh, that was rude.
Indeed.
Not very polite, sir.
I'm the worst. Someone should stop me. I think that was game winning though. Right? I think I buy another turn. And both of you guys can't hit me meaningfully. You can hit me less meaningfully from the top right-hand side, but I don't think you can hurt me badly enough. Oh no, you can't hit that 20. Ooh, Olive opens you.
Thanks, Olive.
Yeah, hit me with that stack. That makes more sense.
Am I going to get taken out, though? The set's not worth it still. Yeah, just going to go around.
Nice. That's good. Don't hit me too
Olive
hard.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of troops.
Okay, this is still happening no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And you are getting plus 10, 35 troops. 35 troops. I'm gonna hide.
Yeah.
How much was that? 29. It's off by that much. Careful. All is fast.
No, I think I want you to die.
Ah, of course.
Yeah. I think I want him to kill you.
Nom 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 nom. Feed me. You're not gonna kill me, but alright.
I think I want him to kill you.
Yeah.
It may not be.
I commend Olive's strategy. It got him at least, well, top 3.
Yeah, it did.
Based on our character judgment. Based on his, guess about us. What are the odds that he messes up a kill?
0. He's going to kill you. And he's going to win because I don't have a set on 4.
Awesome.
There you go. I had to play to that. We lose. Good game.
Taking his time.
Yeah.
Is Olive on mobile on his main account?
Yeah, I think he's always on mobile. Man, 60 seconds sure seems like a long time with fast players.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wish I had a set. Too bad.
Yes, reach your 21. He's got it.
Why?
It's your biggest.
Oh, so that I can't. So I can't reciprocate.
Assets to reciprocate.
He's playing. He's playing to the expectation that I don't have a set, which I don't. Sure.
I don't know if even had you a set, you would have been in a better position here. I don't think you could have killed him.
It was very risky to try and feed you to him, but I do have speed on Olive in the late game.
That is true.
Yeah, that was the only sort of calculation.
Olive is sitting on 5.
Let's get some hot dice here.
You're 3. You fortify your 3.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm getting 100 troops. 65.
Every little bit counts.
I'm
cannot kill 60.
I'm getting 65 troops. Nah, he wins easy.
He He cannot kill 50 on his turn.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Maybe I get back-to-back sets?
That's your only chance.
Yeah.
Yes, Marin, it's for this week. Oh wait, they can't hear us.
It's like the Twitch thing. You just talk to people.
Right. All right, let's see some speed.
Yeah, even with that though. Right, he's got
Show
a
me your
whole
legendary
stack.
fingers.
I don't think I'm that fast. I think there's a number of people who are faster than me.
Don't unblock the 52. 51.
Don't unblock the 51. It's blocked?
Yep. You are not supposed to attack Helium Bay and the entrances to Launchpad A. Don't go for the yep.
I mean, that was pretty fast, right?
Yep. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, come on, you fuck.
One more.
It's not clicking. The hitboxes have changed since the update.
I have not noticed that, actually.
Yeah, no set on 3. It's all over. The dream is dead.
Yep. Hmm.
So how was your
If you have a set on
experience?
4, you'll go for it.
You think, sorry, if I have a set on 4?
If you have a set on 4, you can still survive, but there's too much. He has too many troops. He's going to win eventually.
I don't think surviving is the point.
Fair enough.
I would agree with you. I can't win.
With all of no.
So, how was your experience with a VC tournament
Ah.
so far?
I actually wanted to talk about that.
I wanted to too. It was a very controversial sort of set of games, wasn't it?
Correct. So, for all those who don't know, I am participating in the current Grandmaster tournaments with VC and with 5 other players. I was playing with myself, Parlox, Xeroki, Raging Dino, Tommy Two Pits, and am I missing someone? Those 2
5
and those
people.
2. No, I've got everyone.
I can't hit
I've got
this
all 5.
territory. Like, I can't attack it.
No, you don't. Don't touch it.
I'm in Fortify. Never mind. That's why. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't click on it.
Yeah. And so the game went all right. It wasn't. I must say the mood and the setting was not exactly like all of you bantering, you with Stormy and all the others. Wasn't exactly the same, but it was still, well, games happen. It went pretty nicely. And game 3, I made an aggressive push on Parlox. Parlox, strong player of his community, and he was eliminated fast. And with that, I took a rather dominant position in the game. It was Moon Forest caps, and I was in a position where I had to make either wait a long time for my troop count to be higher than everyone else combined, or try and negotiate with some kind of player to team on someone else, and with that start getting some kills. Don't know if I would have started from there.
No, you don't like that spot?
I think I would, and I would hit the 12. I would use my 12 stack to hit Launchpad B, and no more. So I wouldn't touch anything else from there. So don't attack the 3 stack up there. Yeah, you got it. And so there was Tommy Two Pits and Raging Dino that were in a weak position, and they were basically equivalent. And I was trying to get one of them to agree with me to attack the other person. I was going back and forth, talking a lot, and they weren't very receptive.
Right.
Pete, I actually would have broken the gateway B. I mean, yeah, I would have broken Launchpad B because it's disconnected from the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Which you didn't do on this turn.
I only had so much time. I'm happy with how that turn went, actually.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
I think yeah, I mean, nothing is optimal. The circumstance I'm in now, though, is I have a wild.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, well, we'll see, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still 2 turns away from being able to actualize on that. Olive needs to free up his 27.
Which we can count on him doing.
Put in the left center launch pad, or the right, actually, either way. I think the left center goes more ways. That way goes okay. Yeah. Oh, splits there? Sure. What does he
I don't agree with that.
Have? What does he even have that I
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, yeah. Maybe put 12 or 13. But okay, sure, 11. I can understand that. So, at some point, I sent an ultimatum to Tommy, and Tommy did not answer me. I said, Tommy, either you help me take out Raging Dino, either I will eliminate you. Wasn't answering for a while. Gave him a 10-second ultimatum, to which I got silence.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I went with Raging Dino, and together, in a controlled manner, we removed Tommy from the game. So this underlined a very interesting thing about the rules and risk. What the rules and risk are in real life, and how they're different in while playing in a video game, and what similarities are there between playing in real life and playing on VC. I have the personal opinion that everything around you, as long as it's not, everything is a tool. Everything you can use for your victory. For example, some people are ready to use to Olive attacked wrong. Olive's not used to the format.
The pathing on this map.
The pathing, yeah. I don't think you got this. We got a problem, Chief.
Me or him?
2 there, and everything else there. 2 there, and 4 there. Oh, you got it? Oh, right, you do have it. You have the wild. Okay. I believe that you should be able to talk with other players and use that to an advantage. VCing, it's explicitly a VC. You're explicitly supposed to talk with everyone else. Except, I have to say, most of the time, people were muted. Some people, at least. And what did that mean for the game? Let's see if Olive does not have a set. If he does not, you've won.
He's got 4 cards now, though, so he's more likely to have a set than not.
That happened to you earlier.
Yeah. But you gotta tell me you're pleased with that speed, right? That worked pretty well. Good job. How many territories did I capture? Like 50?
Something
55?
like that,
yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. And now he punches me back. What a grind, eh?
Yep.
All right. What did you have lined up?
What
for
ended
next
up
game?
happening? Any big map.
Any big map progressive? That's what we want to do?
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, so what ended up happening was it butts up right against players' intuition about collaboration and collusion.
Correct.
Yeah. And so I think the lesson so far is, like, I had I had a tremendously great time in my pod. I found it to be a great proof of concept
Yep.
for a VC tournament, going towards what I want to have happen. My vision is different than Sterling's, right? I'm not interested in
Yours was a prime example.
Well, yeah, but I'm also not interested in incorporating 2v2 and 1v1, right? I would like to see a VC tournament standalone with no gimmicks, no caps, no zombies, no bots, just people. And like free-for-all Risk as it was, quote, meant to be played, but without all the gatekeeping.
Right.
And in that way, I think you and I see perfectly eye to eye on that other thing you said about how, as long as it's legal, I want to use every means as a tool for my victory. So, as
I'm
long
thinking
as
of Parlox's 3000th game
when he lied to my face.
Every trick in the book to survive one more turn, and hey, he won that.
I mean,
it worked.
Well, so that's actually a line that I draw, right? I don't try and apply a fake ethic where I'm saying this is wrong because of X or Y, but what I do think is you really only it's strategically, it's a bad strategy, right? You really only get to do that to me once. So now I know you're a liar. Okay, so you've eliminated future negotiating equity.
That's true.
So it worked, but at what cost? And if you're a younger guy like Parlox, right?
Quality entertainment.
No, fair enough, right? But if you're younger than like Parlox, you're kind of taking a shorter view of things than someone like me. So it makes sense. Exactly. And I don't really begrudge him for it, but at the same time,
no.
Let's see how trusting I am the next time that a similar situation comes up. And
you betcha.
But like this is it's such a pleasure for me to be able to talk about things like this on my show here, because I've been waiting to get into these types of psychological conversations as it applies to the strategy of the game.
Yep.
And there's just like this missing piece that, like, this is where the fun is for me. Once you get through the reps of this is the correct probabilities, this is the correct pathing, this is the correct, mechanical skill. The people is what I find so interesting. Hey, we did it. Nice.
Good job.
Do you find a similar appeal in the game, or is the fun somewhere else?
Yep. That was the first reason I joined for the psychology and free-for-all, considering it's how far can you egg a player before they punch you back? What can you get away with? What is the line? It's a game about personality and how likely someone is going to reciprocate on you. Something that makes, I've been thinking of what makes someone the theoretical best player. Ooh. And one of those things is the unpredictability and the possibility for someone to be, for other people to believe that someone is ready to attack them and sacrifice their game. So it may cost you some games in the short term, but long term, for example, I know better than to put myself in a situation where I'm going to push you, and the only solution you have is suiciding on me to teach me a lesson. That, for example, is something that you have done, and that has, in my opinion, made you, I don't know if the term we could use is a better player, but at least more dangerous and more to be reckoned with.
Well, Phil noticed that first, I think. I think Phil was the first person to articulate this thought that you remind me, can I just say, a ton of Phil.
Okay.
Have you spoken?
Nice.
Have you spoken to him at all?
We've chatted a few times.
So I think the way you see the game and the way Phil sees the game is very similar.
I agree. Yeah. We have a different viewpoints and ways of thinking, strategy-wise and tactically speaking, in our novice to GM speed runs.
Will you set up another game?
I really noticed that.
For me?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Keep going. I'm just refilling my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about players.
So The psychology is something that really attracts me. It's what brought me here first. Then afterwards, the possibility for actually no. Okay. 1 sec. I'm going to post this. This boy. It's community games. So analyzing people's behavior and trying to paint an image of a person is what brought me here first. Afterwards, I'm an analyzing guy and trying to figure out the best way to do something is what brought me to 1v1s.
You are an incredibly
almost puzzle solving
guy. Like when I
yes,
hear
I am.
When I hear you talk about what you see, what you're thinking, that's why it reminds me so much of Phil. Right? You guys are
Right.
thinking a lot, and maybe it's not thinking hard. Might be the wrong way because it implies effort, but a lot. You know, you're very active in a way
Correct.
that I'm not, in a way that I'm more intuitive.
Yep. I also compare myself a lot to Olive.
Okay.
We think
Yeah. Sure. Who is Pip
I've really noticed.
Melissa?
I don't know either.
We got all sorts of
Someone who's in Peep community games. Someone who's in your Grandmaster server.
I love it.
Well, it's a premium alt.
Yes, it is.
That's a good record.
It is.
Yeah, Olive and I really play alike in Supermax. We have looking at his playstyle and our manual selection, our territory placement for manual selection is very, very close. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Oh, Sam.
Nice.
Sam's changed their background, their profile.
Well, that set of aptitudes and inclinations you have would really lend itself to an engineering mind, I would think. So you're probably
That's true.
You're probably good at what you do and enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. What are your career aspirations?
Eventually, I would hope. Well, I'm thinking of becoming an engineer in the renewable energy sector.
Sure.
So, working on projects, and yeah, it's electricity which really interests me. One more spot.
Geothermal?
Say that one more time, please.
Geothermal?
Geothermal is one of the renewable energies. It's one that interests me a bit less, but yes, that certainly has its merits as well. I'm looking more towards wind power.
So there's
recently I've been looking a lot at biomass. Yeah.
Like burning biomass or?
Yep. So it's combined heat and power using raw wood or torrefied wood or wood chips or wood pellets combined, some form of wood. There's other biomass, but I'm only focusing on wood biomass. And why is it so controversial? Why do so many people say it's terrible for your health? It pollutes more small particles than coal. And why do other people say it's clean and it's renewable?
I don't know.
Yeah, the fact itself that it's renewable is highly questionable too. A lot of people disagree with that because for an energy to be renewable, it has to be self-sufficient, it has to be sustainable. And currently, the wood industry is using more wood than it's replanting.
Yep.
So because of that, it's debatable whether you can call it renewable or not.
Got it. Yeah, well, and also it's definitely not carbon neutral. So with biomass, we're exacerbating the effects that we're already feeling from climate change.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's I brought him up to you the last time we chatted. I should link that video to people as well. We competed against each other in 5-a-side. Vicky and I had a very interesting conversation while we were doing our 1v1 set. So I'm going to link that in this video as well. I loved it, by the way, which was like why you were on my short list for guys I wanted to chat with again as soon as possible. And also to see your game improve even from then till now. super cool. But just getting back to the design for the future, there's a writer. His name is Peter Joseph. He's had
Yep.
writer director. You are familiar with the Zeitgeist movement a little bit.
I went to check it out and read some of the. Well, I didn't read the whole
Yeah.
text, the whole book, but I read some. Well, a short resume of well, it's not a resume, but yeah, only a short
Manifesto.
200-page PDF
Yes.
about what it's about, and it was quite interesting.
So one of the things he was on about, as far as solutions for energy, and I'm agnostic, right? I don't pretend to know enough about the space to have an informed opinion, but
Right.
he's talking about how geothermal could potentially provide for our needs in a way more efficient manner than something like solar or wind or nuclear.
Hmm.
Whether or not that is the
Geothermal is
case.
uh, from an engineer point of view, well, future engineer point of view, geothermal has its merits. It's a mature technology, but it's not usable everywhere, of course. As you know, it's not something that you can use everywhere because you need thermal activity. If you don't have thermal activity,
What about digging deep? There's thermal activity straight down, no?
um, not okay. Always to some extent a bit yes, but there's limits to that.
Yeah. There's an efficiency problem.
There are some hotspots, and there is a certain prerequisite, a certain level that is required for it to be economically
Yeah.
interesting and worth it.
Yeah.
So, um, it's not the cheapest energy, for one, and there is some problem with fracking, with the water vapor that gets sent down. Sometimes gets polluted, and sometimes it also causes some not geological activity, some earthquake activity. It
Mm-hmm.
has happened in France in the past 3 years, and so there was some scandal around that. But it is interesting.
What happened?
However,
What happened
uh,
in France?
um, some some um, some geothermal installation had a whatchamacallit, had some seismic activity. It is the allegations are that some installation caused a minor earthquake, which caused some damage,
Which is not ideal.
which is security problem. So it's interesting. It has its merits, but the thing with renewable energy is, well, it's everything. Everything needs its limits. Everything, you can't have one energy, especially if it's renewable and it's intermittent. That means that you can't produce it all the time. You need you need another basis, and that means you need more infrastructure as well. So uh, the answer is geothermal is interesting, but you have to be careful. It can't be used in any way.
Yeah, it's an important thing, just like in investing. It's an important thing in design to diversify in certain cases.
Hmm.
That makes sense. Where do you go now? You're in trouble. Do you go for a second position, I think? Or do you
Blah.
expand out of your single? Neither looks great.
Nope. Um, hmm. I'm going to be blocked there if I go there. I'll stay here. So uh, the thing with every single renewable energy is they have their advantages and their disadvantages. From an economical and ecological perspective, um, committing all the way to 1 energy is not viable. It's not going to function at all. Yeah, I should have removed my 3 stack. Anyway, and it is going to be an issue long term. It's not going to work out. So the key is balance. That's the short and vague answer that I'm gonna have to give.
Like
Does
so much
Sam
in
know?
life.
Yep.
Does
Come to
Sam
the kill. No. There's a connection in Castile and Gascony. Probably. It's just that they
Between
fortified all 7
Castile
into 1 stack.
Yeah, it's a threat more than a...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're guarding with alliances and threats more than
Mm-hmm.
actual defensive. So I really want to break Fleet General, but I'm not going to.
Do it.
You think? I don't think it's a good idea.
Do it.
I
think it's a really good idea.
I know you would, huh?
Pete, if I were in your position, I would.
You'd do it.
I think you should go for it.
I think I'm...
Yeah, I'd do it in a...
I'm doing that instead.
Damn it, Pete.
Sorry. Sorry. I had to play nice with Fleet General.
By any means necessary.
Well, at this point, right? Like...
Yeah. I know you're smart enough to do what's best for you.
Well, what I think is best for me and what is best for me might be two different things.
That's true.
I'm very open to being wrong a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I expected blue to do that. The other thought I had was to just annihilate blue from that section and hope black doesn't punch me back, but black would.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so help me. You play these settings, yes? A fair amount in your Novice to Grandmaster Progressive series?
I play what's available.
Oh,
I play 6. In general, I host.
Yeah.
And I do a 6-player free-for-all with the map of the week. I vary between classic, Ibai, and map of the week.
Right.
Maps of the week.
Whatever's available. Got it. Well, so this one I still don't get. These settings. I'm so confused as to what is correct. Like, it plays similarly to Spaceport, but I think I just don't know which continents are the right continents yet.
I think it's about not making a target of yourself.
Okay. Say more.
You don't want to be a fish.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to, so you need some sort of continent to not get, not be the first one to be killed, such as is that Raging Dino?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's not looking pretty. And after that, don't be greedy. Don't push a fight with someone. There's people with a lot of big stacks and a lot of troops. And yeah, as long as you aren't the first one to throw the punch, it is generally better.
Okay.
I have to say I haven't played a lot of this with Grandmasters only, but
right, that does change it a lot. I find the average game in the average public lobby is quite different than the average game against all good opponents.
Right.
And there's fairly consistent things that good opponents do that you can use to make them more predictable. Like, to your earlier point about my quest to become the best Risk player, it's like I have to try new things and take risks, pun intended, and be creative and be original and be surprising. Otherwise, right, with thousands of hours of my work available, everyone would just be able to run an algorithm and be like, oh, Pete's going to do this. And like
a textbook.
And sometimes that's good, right? If there's an expectation that I'm going to do something and then I subvert it, that can be an advantage. But so I'm going to take your advice.
Grain of salt with what I said. I haven't played much of this map, but it is what comes to my mind. So this is more my intuition and what I make of this map more than what I can actually, more than actual experience.
I like your intuition. I'm inclined to take your intuition generally under advisement at this point.
people have been expanding nonstop. At this point, I don't think anyone is going to get any more continents. So you're sitting with +3.
Yeah,
No one was too greedy. No one pushed too hard. So that means that no one is going to get broken because other people have to break them.
Mm-hmm. So then we have a stalemate? No, Lee General's greedy. Lee General's going greedy. Look at that. Yep. You were saying?
Until the first fish gets fried.
Yeah.
Which is not going to be for too much longer.
Fuck. So I'm in a situation where I have to punch Lee General if nobody else does, right?
Correct.
Huh. And then he punches me and we both lose. Yeah, Dino knows his days are numbered, so he sets in early.
I wouldn't have done it if I were Raging Dino.
No. Try and build up that value for later.
Since you're the one just before General Lee, well, in a position that can still punch him. Actually, Blue might still have been able to punch with a 9-stack in Burgundy to the Netherlands. But still, you are, in general, you want to let the person just before the strong opponent be in a sort of situation where they sort of have to punch the person.
I agree.
For example, I have no interest of doing it if I think you will do it. And you have +16, so honestly, I don't think I would.
I'm not. I'm going to play nice.
Man, these bonuses are becoming chunky.
Well, that's what I like about the newer maps they've been coming up with. Larger maps with strong enough bonuses that the continents matter in the early game.
Yep.
I do have to tip my hat to SMG for some of these because they're beautiful and they're fun and they're interesting. Have you played the Trigon's Maze yet?
I have yet to play that, unfortunately.
Man, it's a cool
I'm
one.
very excited.
Well, let's do it. Let's do it after this.
Sure.
I think it's a really cool one. I think with Blizzards, too, it makes it... That, with Blizzards and Caps, is just totally choked up. But a regular progressive game with Blizzards is very much about the positioning, even in 6-player Prague. All right, so let's talk. We talked about your life aspirations. What are your game aspirations?
In Risk?
Yeah. What do you want to see your game evolve into?
So, my goal coming into Risk, well, I joined Risk because I wanted a game where I can have fun analyzing other people. Just having fun, reading what a person will do, how far can I egg them, what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And following that, I joined the 5-side tournaments. I got into 1v1s very quickly. That really interested me. I don't know what it is about 1v1s that so much. But I really love it.
It's because you're strong at logic.
Super fun. Yep, I'm at logic. It's sort of like a puzzle to me.
Yeah.
So really like that. I really think you should be punching green.
I know, but
especially before they have a 5-card set.
Then we both lose.
I don't think so. I think you really should. For example, look at Oslo and Stockholm. They're both guarded by 3 stacks. If you hit downwards to Denmark, you could fortify the 2 positions and be in a strong position like that. And your northern continent would not get broken. What'd you say?
That's true. But, alternatively, I can kill Dino next turn and set in.
Is that really necessary?
Well, you could too, potentially. Let's see if you do it. I'll leave myself.
24
I'll leave
2.
myself weak to Lead General, and he'll leave himself weak to me. I feel like Lead General and I are best of friends this game.
How would you describe a Lead General DVD's
Playstyle?
personality when he plays? Yep.
Overconfident. Confident, bordering on overconfident. That's how I would describe it. And I know Lead General watches this show, so please don't take that as me condescending to you. That is sort of my analytical perspective. Lead General operates with maximum confidence, and it might sometimes seem that it is for effect, but it might be sincere too.
I agree.
I like players like that, though. I like a little bit of braggadocio.
Yep.
When it's not arrogant. And he doesn't ever come off as arrogant, so.
Right.
I was doing the exact same thing I was doing when the Cold War begins.
I don't like this status quo.
Well, then do something about it.
I'm not the person to be doing this. I'm the second weakest player.
Right.
Once Dino's gone, I'm on the chopping block.
Yes, sir. Why didn't you get in a second continent?
There wasn't any good ones. I could have made an aggressive push.
Your
what?
Turn order luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if I'd attacked a different continent on turn 2 and really set myself up there, I would have been able to do something, but no, not anymore.
So, game aspirations, where are you going?
So where am I going? In this upcoming season, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on 2v2s.
Cool.
Yep. I played a first game with Parlox not too long ago. It was for the mini tournaments. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. But there was a lot I still have to learn. I consider myself to lack a lot of experience. So to answer your question, my final goal is to become one of the best Risk players. That was the reason I started playing. That's why I'm doing this. I don't know if should have gone for that card.
Well, I was going to get him either way, because it sets me in automatically either way. Giving me an extra card is just giving me an extra card.
Yep.
I love it when players vindictively don't take the extra card, right? That's super funny.
Me too.
Yeah. All right.
So,
there we go.
For example, Supermax. There's something I love about it. It's almost at high level. It's almost a rock paper scissors game. And good game to Dino. Played. Another one bites the dust. And I wanted to become one of the best players at it because I feel like I have a decent understanding, and I feel like I have the right mindset to really improve on that. However, I lack practice, and I'm nowhere near that currently.
Yeah, 2v2 is hard. It's challenging, man.
Right now, 2v2s. Yeah, it's also about your opponents. Communicating correctly, being a good teammate, good at communicating, patient with the other person, and not setting the other teammate off. For example, Parlox and I was new to playing with Parlox, and Parlox had some he had some anxiety issues when he's playing, a bit too stressed, and doubted my abilities to some extent. Well, stressed out that I would fail doing things that I had to do.
Okay. Which
I myself am very confident in my abilities.
Yeah.
So I was not scared personally, but it's still it's still about trying to be the best possible for your opponents, for your teammate, and making sure that they trust you in a fashion that will boost their mentality and make them more focused on the game.
So, confidence. This is a great
confidence, but not overconfidence.
Well, no, this is a great question for you.
Pragmatic confidence.
GG.
Front row. Yeah. 34. I was 50 for 35, but 4 cards. Huh.
Mm-hmm. It was marginal.
I don't think.
But I said in a second time. So as long as I don't get shot at by Lead General, which could happen. If we continue playing the Who's the Fish game, this is good for me. If he breaks everything
fine.
I hold, then it's bad for me.
Retrospectively, I agree with you.
in the moment you're like, ah, shit. I know how it goes. Yeah, so like touching on kind of what I said earlier, like how do you see the relationship between confidence and arrogance?
Aha. I think one should be confident in their abilities and always open and aware of their fighting possibilities, of their winning chances, without overestimating their winning probability. For example, I'm going to talk about a player that has incredible intuition, has amazing skill. I am impressed time and time again at how skillfully they play. But sometimes I have the impression that they say they have these winning odds against someone else, which are extremely high in 1v1s. For example, 80% winning chance. And somehow in the back of my mind, I tell myself, with a not so big skill gap, it is not mathematically possible for there to be such a gap. Can you guess who I'm talking about?
I don't follow the conversation about who's overconfident, but it sounds like somebody like Sterling or Zareki.
I'm talking about Parlox.
Oh, Parlox is ridiculously overconfident. He's not even, but like Parlox, so Parlox is wildly inaccurate with his self-assessment, right? But he's obviously bullshitting you.
It depends on the times.
Yeah,
when he's salty about losing his opponent.
I don't know, man. Like, I think
big tournaments, losing early, saying that you had an almost 90% win chance.
I feel like I am able to smell when that man is talking bullshit a lot better than most other people. So a very key thing to consider with this is how comfortable you are talking to Israelis. Like, I know Israelis, I've grown up with them. They are hyperbolic as a rule. And like, that's just, it's a style thing, right? It's, so I get it. And I'm very comfortable with Parlox in that way. But if you're not, then I could see how that would be like, wait, is he full of shit? Is he wrong? What is it? The joke I love with that is, it sure must be a chore being the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, I'm the last person to claim that.
Yeah. So the borderline between confidence and arrogance, I believe that one should be not overconfident to the point that if someone states that they have a higher probability of winning than they actually are, that means at some point in the gameplay, they're going to do something that is more risky than necessary, something that is going to put themselves in danger and make them potentially overcommit and put themselves in a worse off position than had they played slightly more conservatively and to their odds. So if someone overcommits, if someone says that they have a great chance of winning, that means they're going to make some attacks which go too far. And once you go too far, you risk making a mistake, and then you overcommit, and then you lose. So there is a danger with being overconfident, in my opinion.
Oh, I do that all the time.
If you say that you have higher chances of winning than you actually have, that's one thing. But if you actually say to the point where you start
You
behaving
motherfuckers. Are
that
you
way.
fucking serious? Get the fuck out. I'm aggressively thumbs downing this. Lee General
Uh-huh.
DPD. What are you?
Yeah.
You motherfucker. That's hilarious. What a funny move. Sorry, I really didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just like I can't
No
not
problem.
react to that. Holy shit.
Yeah,
You
I
wanna fucking
agree.
trap me in there? Yeah. Oh my god. Well, get a card, dude. Get a card. Get a card. Get a card. What are you doing? Get a card. Oh, you.
I'm gonna miss.
Oh my god. What is this?
So my wordy answer is
Yeah.
be confident, but not overconfident to the point where it will impact your play and make you less good of a player than what you were before.
Yeah. Another one of those.
I
like
don't know
everything
Parlox
else,
well
a
enough
matter of
to
degree.
know how much he really means something or and how much he actually believes it. If he actually believes everything that he's saying or the most of what he's saying, I feel like that is impacting his skill to some extent. And one should not get their ego on their skill confidence in the way of how they actually play.
Yeah, and it's also very easily forgivable for a younger person. Like you strike me as
That's true.
given that you come off as so highly analytical, you strike me as a person who has their ego fairly well in check, which is
I have a
hard.
big ego.
No, but
just not in Risk.
we all do. I think we all do. But the ability to moderate it
Yep.
is fairly significant if you can talk about it instead of being subsumed by it. Yeah.
Yep.
Like dude, I have a ridiculous ego, but like I actually aspire to be a great Risk player, which is kind of hilarious. But how does this game end?
I don't know.
I think I'm in an okay place though. Lee General's doing better than me,
Yep.
but he's set in already. So once I set in, I'll be. Can I make a kill?
I think you should start removing some people from some positions.
Yeah, I think.
Well, that's what I would say
killed
in general, but
blue.
more
So
pragmatically speaking, I don't see
blue has
what's
3
the
times the set value,
to
but
do.
if I kill him, then I set in turn. So I think I killed blue.
Careful with the 72 stack.
I know it's not ideal. What do we think?
Throwing the oops. Oop-de-doops. You better move fast.
I don't think I'm going to.
All right.
I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
think
think
so
it's
either.
correct to do it, so I'm not going to do it.
No.
Yeah.
No. But I think at this point in time, if you want the game to move forwards, yeah, there should be some continent breaking. People shouldn't be having continents anymore.
Well, I got to set on 3, so we'll see. We'll see if I can stir it up. Yeah, I'm excited to play against you in the free for all tournament. That's that'll be like my my anniversary on Discord. I came in Q1 of this year, so
Wow.
yeah, it's been a whirlwind for sure.
Uh-huh.
I love those tournaments though.
They are fun.
They're always a roller coaster of emotions, and you know you get all. I like seeing the community really active. You know, a lot of practice, a lot of invested people. I hope it's as big and exciting as ever.
Yep. Practicing for something is what personally makes me level up. It's by practicing for the 5-side tournament that I grew as a 1v1 player to now be able to consider myself half decent. Maybe in the top 30 1v1 players worldwide. Yeah, skill wise.
I don't consider myself there yet, so I don't think I actually have the raw ability to. Something about it is elusive.
Yep. I actually agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I would come to learn it, but
your personality, your patience, your fuck it, Yeah,
Impatience. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
your inclination to say, "Ah, fuck it," and just do something, and your oh, and your and your other things I have to do in my life as well. You don't really have the time.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't prioritize something that I'm not naturally good at. I don't have time for that.
Hmm. Yep. Oh, by the way, what is your opinion on what I mentioned earlier? Should everyone be able to use the VC
Oh
in
yeah.
their
So
favor
so I
to goad other players?
yeah, I take the most radical position on that I think possible. I think as long as the conversation doesn't devolve into bigotry or personal attacks,
Yep,
any words said are fair game strategically,
that's true.
from
That's
my
true.
opinion. And I know other
Hmm.
people, would have a variety of the spectrum of what they consider acceptable,
Right.
what they consider unethical, what they consider bad sportsmanship, cheating, etc. But
Yep.
as far as I weigh in on all of that, I want to encourage people to think
Hmm.
about what they say as a tool.
Right.
I
I
think
agree.
that would be the most fun game for me. So the
Mm.
reason I'm leading with this being an opinion so loudly is that I don't pretend that everyone's going to agree with me here,
Hmm.
and I think, as a good utilitarian, if my opinion is a strong minority and the most fun would be had by the most people doing it some other way, then they should probably do it that way.
Hmm.
I'm happy to be wrong, basically.
Right. I have two follow-up questions with that.
Sure.
Um, see, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom of speech and being able to use everything to your advantage is important to me. However, not everyone necessarily agrees with that, and there needs to be an understanding between people. Because the problem with what happened with my game last week is that I did something that Tommy Two Pits was not ready to do, and that we had not discussed prior to that.
Yep.
So it is committing to something that Tommy considers cheating, and which I do not, and
Mm-hmm.
doing it, and only talking about it afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel as though we need to talk about this as a community on what people can agree on and not agree to do in a VC. I think so. It would be ideally what would be cool is if we could come to a consensus on what should and shouldn't be done, but I don't think we're ever going to find that. So then, what would the next step be? A compromise might be um, based on every set of players that are playing. So, for example, five people before playing agree to what they can and can't say on VC and what they can and can't do. I think that has to be done. What do you think about that? That is
Yeah.
my logical
100.
conclusion to
No,
make this a
we
better experience for everyone.
yes, 100% correct. 100% agree. Failure of um, the failure of the concept in your group, in as much as it was a proof of concept in mine, had everything to do with the improperly set expectations at the beginning.
Correct.
Yeah. And if 7v10, really? Really?
Nice.
Well, there you are. Yeah, like it's too much of a departure from the tournament, the main server free for all tournament that is so strict about no collusion,
Yep.
and the usual rules in game about collaboration and collusion that if you are not ready to reframe about using VC as a strategic tool, then you will be blindsided, and the feel bad is a very real risk.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have no interest in the feel bad. Right? I think
Hmm.
philosophically, the primary goal of hosting a competitive tournament is that everyone is having fun.
Yep. Correct.
And if
I
most
agree with
people
that.
have the most fun, then that counts as a win in my books.
Mm.
But it's easier said than done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now General hits me. He must. I don't think he kills Sam. I think he hits me.
Or he waits for Sam to use his 126 stack to break through, going around through Russia to break everything everywhere. But yeah, I would attack as well.
Called it.
Yep. And so the follow-up question is, let's say that people do use anything, any tools by any means necessary.
Mm-hmm.
What about people that decide to stay silent? Because silence is an advantage.
I don't think it's an advantage. I think it's an inherent disadvantage.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it a disadvantage?
So, choosing to stay silent is a strategic tool like any other.
Yep,
but
that's true.
Choosing to disengage from the process is not an option. So I'll give you an example. In my free-for-all tournament finals, it was a game of Classic Fix with Blizzard. 6-player Classic Fix Blizzard's nothing fancy, right? You might have seen it, you might not have seen it.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so it was, 5-something hours long. And the player who... Once we were in the 4-player endgame, the player who triggered the outcome was, as far as I know, not engaging with the alliance process for any other player. Right? They not only did they never ally with me, they never allied with anybody else. So we don't know who this player is. We don't know anything about them. We don't know whether or not they're willing to work with me or they're not willing to work with me. And in the absence of that, I made a number of decisions that were very strategically relevant. Given the fact that I didn't know which way this guy was going to go. Like, I would have been much more comfortable if he were to just lie to me.
Right.
Right? If you accept the alliance, give me a thumbs up, and then ignore my requests, I would be much happier with that. Because I feel like you're engaging in the process. So what Tommy did, I think, put him at a disadvantage. Because it wasn't just I hear you and I'm not going to do what you say. It was a disengagement from the process. Is that consistent, or do you think I'm missing something?
Okay. Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
It's just in a position where people need to collaborate to move forwards, to break the stalemate of a game. It is somewhat annoying to send a bunch of messages and say a bunch of things, but getting no answer.
Oh, from your seat? I can see how that would be terribly annoying. But from his seat, I can see how he would find that to be equivalently frustrating, right? Because he didn't come into that expecting it, and he doesn't.
Right.
Like, Tommy plays a ton of fixed cap specifically, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So this is his expertise, except for the fact that one of the tools that is being added completely changes every decision.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So he is in a situation where he feels put upon, and unfairly so. And I think that has everything to do with the expectation setting ahead of time. Are these fucking guys targeting me? Get out of here. Get out of here with your bullshit. Okay, he's going to hit Lee General too. So
You still have most troops.
Little bloody nose? Yeah, good. Well done. That's what I want to see. So yeah, what do you think of that? Agree, disagree?
What you said is fair.
Yeah.
I fail to consider the strategic value of the other person. It's equally a tool, and I should not try to eliminate what I do not enjoy, because that's against the spirit, and I'm trying to promote things that other people will not enjoy anyway. So,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Like I've now got to watch players and hear criticisms, and there's a few very loud common refrains you hear in the community,
Yep.
right? Bots suck. There's too much collaboration. Dice suck.
Yep.
What else? Rank is bullshit. Some of these I agree with more than others. By the way, I'm just repeating the things I hear over.
Yeah.
Fixed is better than progressive.
Fix the dice.
Oh, the dice.
Fix the dice default back to Blitz.
Oh, that one, please. No one's gonna listen to me. No. I'm talking about like not someone like me, right? Let's take my opinion, what I like out of it, and let's focus on the average opinion, right? How do we make the game more fun, more accessible, for the average player? Because the average player matters a whole hell of a lot more than me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like what you said about advertising the 30-minute games, 20-minute games.
Yeah.
It's more 30 than 20.
Sure.
That's a good idea.
Sure. The quick version of Risk. Speed Risk. This game notwithstanding. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm building up my forces so I can make an unprofitable kill and still win.
Yep, I can see that.
And I'll let them hit each other for a while. And I think that's correct in this context. Because now the cards are...
Or only focus on one player. Only focus on the weaker player.
Well, who is
slightly
the weaker player?
make your
Sam,
attacks.
I think. Sam is the slightly weaker player. You know, I'm not going to let Lead General hold a bonus. That's bullshit.
I think Sam will break it.
Yeah, but Lead General's next.
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, set on 3. All right, someone dies. The general puts 100 troops. Sam has 224. If I set in 105, I'll get 110 for 224. It's really bad. Maybe I get good dice. Like, I don't have to do anything, but it sure would be a shame if this game were to not end, right?
Yep. I think now is a good opportunity.
If I have a set on 3, right? Like, would you... Well, then that leaves me holding 4 cards, and then Lead General can kill me. Ooh, it's tough.
Okay, you'd be down to like 160, but with 4 cards. Wait. You get a set, and you are down at 3 cards at the end of your turn. You're gonna be maybe 100 troops down.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose to Lead General, right?
Lead General isn't that fast. I think you have some amount of troop capital still.
This is time. This is the time to try.
Yep.
Okay.
Go fast.
Oh, no kidding.
Before the 2 underneath. I hit everything. Hit the most possible. You need a territory bonus. You need a territory bonus.
Okay, I'll keep punching.
I would have punched him.
The stack?
Yep. He only has 50 up on that one. And now he's gonna get the attacker's advantage.
Ooh, didn't get to free my stack.
You have a set.
I do.
I think that was a winning move
Oh no, I think he's got me.
with your micro.
What's my micro?
With your speed.
Oh. No, I think he's got me slightly, but he has me. He edges me out. He can kill me. Oh, he can't get me in the corner, though. So he's not going to open my stack. So we're going to play a 1v1 for a while.
You're going to get a set with at least 100, so you have all the troops necessary to break him.
Oh, yeah.
You leaving your stack block is not that important.
No.
In fact, it's almost irrelevant.
Well, yay. I finally won one of these fucking Europe Advanced games. What you said about my temperament being bad for learning is something that I've really been wrestling with.
Analytical learning.
Well,
Like numbers, like strategy.
as opposed to?
Games that have a more social aspect to them. Like learning how to play fixed caps and free-for-all, plumbing settings.
Okay.
They're interesting because with them, there is not so much. It's not so much analyzing a puzzle and trying to figure numbers out. It's more so trying to. I would punch that. Yes. It's more so learning about how to act around other people. At least that's the impression I have.
Yeah, predicting what
So-
they're going to do, when they're going to get mad, when they're going to
Yep.
suicide into each other,
Yep.
and not being... Yeah,
And
brilliant. It's a very much a people style of Risk versus
Yep.
versus like the
Correct.
1v1. Yeah, okay.
I think you are excellently prepared, well made to be analyzing people at risk type of guy.
But it's the 1v1s
You
thing.
play
It has nothing
you play
to do...
intuitively.
Yes.
Yeah, with 1v1s, the only thing you have to do is is a rock paper scissors type of game.
Mhm.
For example, who in Supermax, where is player one going to do this stuff?
I think I play intuitively more so than almost anyone I've played against. I think I'm
Yep.
one of the most intuitive Risk players.
Yep.
Which is an interesting thing to like, and I'm not even saying it to be self-aggrandizing. I'm trying to be like that. It's not even necessarily a good thing, right? But like, but you would agree. What, like, so how do we
Yes,
define
absolutely.
that?
You will not rely on a calculation to make your decisions, or little at least.
Okay.
The most of your calculations, in my opinion, seem to be on chimp. Yeah, got him.
Yeah.
Seem to be if I kill him, how many cards will I have afterwards, and is it more or less worth it? That is what I tend to see from you.
Okay.
And not that much more. And that's basically most of what you need in free-for-all to be a pretty damn good player. That's the most important part about free-for-all, making kills. In 1v1s, to increase your odds, this is my opinion,
Yeah.
but then still some other people who are still playing intuitively are still very good. But you're going to have to start thinking about numbers and the types of attacks you're making if you want to be very good at 1v1.
Oh.
Darn. You have a set though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I had to set on 3.
Yeah.
I just didn't need to set it in yet.
Yeah, good. Well played.
He locks it inside himself.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Oh, of course it was.
Very funny. Yeah.
Of course it was. So, what were we going to do for our last game?
Oh, Trigon.
Yeah, that sounds good. This is very insightful, man. Like, I really, I have a bit of a situation where, because of my role that I've kind of created for myself here, it's like it can be somewhat isolating. Like I feel like a whole lot of people get to know me better than I get to know them, and I love connection and I crave it. So I really appreciate this feedback because I'm still trying to learn about myself and improve my game. Do you want me to set it up?
Yeah, I've had. Yes, please. Sure. I don't have the map. I've had the opportunity to play. I mean, watch. I don't know. Let's see. I've been watching you for several months. Most videos, like 90% of the videos, I got Labyrinth, Blizzards, yay!
Yeah. All right, so I'll just throw some in-game invites at the moment if anyone wants to join.
Yep.
I can post in our mutual servers as well.
Yeah. So let's see. I've been looking at you for a conservative estimate of 30 minutes every day for 6 months.
Whoa, that's
probably more.
That's an awful lot, man. Don't you have something better to do with your time?
That's 30 hours.
Fuck. I feel bad for you now.
Do you want red? It's very instructive.
Vic, do you want red? I'll be white.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Thanks.
I like white. I used to like red, but color psychology. I'm fine to play as the absence.
Ah, I see. White is a good color for you.
It's the sneakiest color.
That's true.
Okay, one more cup of coffee and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Question for you. What were we talking about? Please keep going on the subject.
So we were talking about the time I have had to learn about you and analyze your psychology, your play style, your inclination to be impulsive once you are impatient, and your general play style, and what's playing with a bunch of other people. You guys can play. All right. What playing with other people so often has changed about you. For example, I don't think many people have as much of a luxury. It's not as big an advantage for other people as it is for you to be able to talk about good neighbor theory, bad neighbor theory, and being able to punch someone if they don't get along well with you, because you're basically the second biggest YouTuber. And with all that, and most of your games being on Discord, no one has as big of an advantage as you to play like I will throw my game to give myself a better edge next time. So your reputation also has, in my opinion, really influenced the way you play.
Yeah, I noticed this as well. I unexpectedly so, right? I didn't do that intentionally. I didn't create a video on the subject of good neighbor theory expecting it to all of a sudden be incepted by the community. But ready up?
Yep.
Ready up? Okay.
Oh, also earlier I made the wrong calculation. I said 6 months. That's 30 days and 30 minutes. So it's actually not 30 hours, but 30 hours times 30 days. Yeah.
Well, welcome to my mind, Vicky. I hope you enjoyed your stay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like being first here. Okay, so this is your legit first look at this map?
I've seen your video.
Okay, so you haven't played it though.
It was a dominant performance. Yes.
Today's video, not so much. So I shot another one on Trigons today against Mianbao. And I'm sure you might know Mianbao by reputation, but he is very, very talented.
Could you say that again? With who?
Mianbao. Mianbao is a
okay. Yeah.
20-something guy from Singapore.
The one who was giving you a hard time?
Everyone's giving me a hard time. I love that.
For that Trigon game.
It's my favorite. Yes. Today's game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
It's fine. I like it when people give me a hard time.
Uh-huh. Makes for good TV.
Well, so just bringing it back to the point you made about the reach. So, like, if I had known ahead of time that I could incept the audience with a concept like good neighbor theory, I might have been a bit more responsible and put some more caveats in there because,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Right.
I'm definitely not trying to encourage the stalematiest of stalemate games that go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
There has to
Yep,
be a
you
sweet.
bet.
Well, like, okay, take the finals from last season free for all, right?
Ah,
I
no.
What happened?
Sorry. Look at my position.
Yes.
Remove Yellow's attack on Dead Garden
Yeah.
from last turn.
Yeah.
Where would you have gone? The answer for me is clearly
that bonus. Yeah.
Crystal Garden.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and now he just ruined it. Now what?
Crystal.
Oh, headache.
I know other people the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Why won't you just let me win? You get frustrated in a very different way than me. It's more subtle.
I get frustrated because I feel like someone did not play the optimal move.
Yep.
Something that was not in their best interest.
I have no problem with people doing that. It happens all the damn time.
For example, there was a game recently.
Yes.
There was a game recently where Storm broke me from Australia.
Okay.
It was in the.
Yeah, I was
think
there.
It was with
I was in that
Hills.
game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where she made an attack which was not rational arithmetically speaking, but it was only based on, apparently from what she said, her fear of me and being in the middle. And so that kind of move rubs on me the wrong way because I did not attack them in any way. They did not beforehand come across as someone who is unpredictable and dangerous.
Oh, Storm absolutely is that. Absolutely.
But yes, now
you know.
Now I have learned. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
And
the deeper the layers go, right? The more games you play with a person, the more you get to know them.
Yep.
It's just my absolute.
And the more your relationship becomes intricate.
Intricate. You use that word.
The more levels there are.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So, what's Tyler gonna do? I know he's gonna fuck up my shit. You know what? Do it. Do it then, Tyler. I'll get you.
Do it.
I'll get you one way or another. Yeah, I expected that too. All right, so you are next to me, who's next to Lee General. This is how this game plays out, eh?
Yep.
And Tyler fucks with me at his peril because he still doesn't have a position. Makes more sense for him to invest on the left-hand side, I think. That's my guess, at least, but, you know, our predictions are always imperfect.
Correct.
We'd also have to deal with that 5-stack from Dino.
I would have split, wasted a turn, and got in my way.
I feel like I had a thought,
Buddy.
but I didn't finish it. Oh, the layers. So, like, I'm getting to know you right now. Like,
yes,
I'm so interested in this, in player psychology as, like, a stated aim in the game of Risk that I'm willing to put, you know, a multi-hour show together once a week to get, you know, to do the deep dive into one person. And it's really, really part surprising and part rewarding that so many have played along. Like, I think it was Cherry who said it to me. She's just like, "This is right. I would do this. It's the sneakiest thing I've ever heard." And like, it's in a way the opposite of the sneakiest thing because I'm making it explicit. Right. That's the way I like to approach this. Like, I want to. This is my goal. Right. My biggest goal is to be the best Risk player that I can be. How do you accomplish that goal? Well, I knew you were gonna fucking do it. I knew you were gonna fucking do it. Oh, you're
Do
telling me what to do?
do
You're
it,
telling me what to
do
do?
it, do it, do
He
it,
says attack
do
green.
it.
He wants me to do his dirty work for him.
I say you punch him, you eliminate his 4-stack right now.
Well, he gave me a reprieve on my continent though. So then I lose future equity.
Or you punch him.
Yeah.
DVD, that's +7. And you are sitting on a +4, and it is a long time before you can get full haul. It may be even in your own personal selfish interest.
But then I piss off Lead General.
I say you could attack with Trapdoor and put a 6-stack there and do 3 attacks to break Blade Whip in the center.
Yeah.
And leave yourself isolated.
Honestly, man, that's fine. That's a good move. Yeah, because now he can't come back. I like that move. I'm happy with that move. Yeah, so if I want to be the best, if I want to be the best risk player I can be, I have to beat the best opponents. Yes, that logic is sound.
Yep.
So how do I make, in the absence of the best opponents, how do I create them? How do I make the average field better? And that is sort of like the ethos of my show.
First of all, you teach them to become a better player. That's step 1.
That is step 1.
And step 2, you don't necessarily have to play against the best players to become the best player. You have to do everything theoretically possible to increase your skill level to the point where your calculations, your predictions on the other person's personality, your intuition, your unpredictability, as in how you are, and how recognized you are, how likely you are to be targeted. All those, once those come together, and you have the best possible of that, only then can you become the best player. And so, I mean, playing against the best players right now will help you become one of those eventually, but you don't necessarily have to. Frick. Misclick. You don't necessarily have to. Oh, come on. That's crap.
Wow.
You don't necessarily have to play against the best players to become the best player. Well, playing against the best players is a way to know how strong you are. But I think we can still look at how skilled a player is without comparing them, without making them fight against someone else. Especially that in practically speaking, it's hard to play against someone who's very skilled and play a lot of games to eventually make sure, from an empirical point of view, who is better. For example, look at Olive and Parlox.
Mm-hmm.
They're different. They have 2 very different play styles.
Sure.
And it's hard for them. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say who is better. And
hang on just a sec.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, come on. Shush. All right. We're back. You were talking about Olive and Parlox, or did I lose you? Did Vicky take a break?
No.
Yeah.
No. So, that's a bad example. 2 very strong opponents that don't play against each other enough.
Oh, they play against each other a lot.
Hey, yeah, exactly. That's the point. No, I'm talking about. Hey, that's not necessary, bro. No. Don't. Oh my goodness. This guy is a loose cannon. Get a load of this guy.
I know. Seriously.
No, two very skilled players, where it's not clear who is the better one. You have to play. They have to play all in order to empirically decide which one is better. Right?
Okay.
I think that you can judge someone based on how good they are, if they are the best player or not, without them having to play a lot of games against other people who are the best. Playing against other people who are the best means that you learn from them, but theoretically you can still become the best player by only playing, by only learning by yourself and having technically still like that, still being more skilled.
But How does that
Yes.
how does that work like with your definition of best?
Okay. For me, the theoretical best a player can become is what I described earlier. So having the perfect combination of analytical, intuitive, skill on predicting how another player will play, and how dangerous they are.
Dangerous.
Like you are a dangerous player. Sir Tyler is a dangerous player.
Oh yeah.
But you are a super kind player, and Sir Tyler is a bigger thorn in your side right now, so you really don't have me right here.
Right.
I am a friendly neighbor, and I agreed with you when you had to attack Lee General DVD. We have a common enemy. That is Sir Tyler and Lee General DVD, so you will not be breaking my content next turn.
I mean,
How does that sound?
I think... Okay, so I'm torn. So I think the correct decision for me is to annihilate you. But I think that makes for shitty television.
Right.
So, I'm not going to do it, despite the fact that I think I should. So your argument falls on deaf ears. I disagree with you, and I'm going to destroy you. Except I won't, because I want you alive in this game. And if that buys me some equity from you, at least you know I was honest.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
I don't think you like it. Then I guess I get annihilated instead.
Not necessarily. You have a big threat stack, and you are the least of my concerns right now.
Right.
Well, no, not necessarily.
You still need to establish yourself in that corner. Tyler, however, is in really big trouble.
Why?
Well, because he's got 10 troops.
He's toast.
Yeah. This is another one of those situations where the fact of something exterior to the game really influences
plays a
the
big
game.
impact.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
No, but you see what I mean. Like me letting you hold that
Actually,
and get plus 13 is just wrong, right? It's just incorrect for me. No amount of trust makes you getting 13 troops good for me.
It does.
Prove yourself then.
I've got an idea.
Prove your loyalty.
Oh, really? I should prove my loyalty. Mm-hmm. How much are you getting next turn?
Oh my god. Not as much.
Let's see.
Not as much.
1, 3, 4. Here. Let's make some quality television.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Some dude's gonna bitch at me. Yeah. Some dude's gonna bitch at me about collaboration. Listen to you giggling. Oh my god. Listen to you giggling. Very well done, sir. Oh, Lee General's on the team. I guess I'd die.
I have to say, that was the funnest move. I don't think it was the best decision because you spared me once, and I think you were going to continue sparing me if I protected my position.
Oh yeah.
However,
it was just more entertaining for yourself.
The beauty of backstabbing you like this.
Sure.
Delicious.
Okay. You're not gonna like how I get out of this one, Vic.
Fuck. Yeah. I forgot how you play.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, that was short-sighted.
No.
You know, Pete, you should really be focusing on Tyler.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's true. I should.
Come on.
Oh. Now.
Yep.
Let's see how far you want to go with this. Yeah, this is quality television. Now we're talking. Who's got a set? Let's see it. You got a big set coming in. Which way do you go about it? Because I think the best place is to be as far away from me as possible. Oh, the general's coming in. He's coming in. He's going to break me. Teamwork.
Punch him.
I know.
He's not as much of a risk taker as Sir Tyler is. Lights on. Looky, looky. It looks as if somebody has been fed to me.
Yeah, it does.
On a dinner plate. Alright. Because I'm lazy to count everything. Do I commit more?
Well, I mean, you're gonna get 5.
Do I punch you? I know.
You just get the set, and you punch me later.
Do I have to punch you, though? I'm not really sure that's in the spirit of the position.
You don't have to.
No, I don't. You're right. Ooh, come on, these rolls. Wait, I didn't add more than that? I thought I had 9 there.
You rolled a 6v4, I know. Crazy.
That was an accident, actually. I am currently 36 and 36. How about I scar you for life?
Yeah, I figured you might.
How does that sound?
Well, then we go scorched earth because I got a set on 3.
No, let's be good friends. I'm not gonna egg you further.
Ooh, sneaky little 8 in there, huh?
Mayhaps.
So Dino's going to take Helmer out of the corner or lock him in there. Takes him
All
out.
Right.
Yeah, takes him out of the corner.
Dino is playing fixed.
Yeah. Well, honestly, man, this one with these settings really jumps out as being the most fixed like.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little 2-position guard I have. Do I break Lead General? I don't think so. I'm surprised I have an exterior position at all, and it should be removed as soon as possible.
So let's get this straight. I was going to remove it. Number 1. And number 2, you should not have said that.
Why?
In the off chance that I did not see that.
Oh, I don't care. If not you, then someone else, right?
Ooh, that was uncalled for.
Yeah, Lead General sets me up
like
to
I no
die
longer
by
have
you.
to punch you. Oh, that is so unfortunate. This is quite a fun game.
Good.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah. Caveat on what I said earlier. The theoretical best way for someone to play is not necessarily. No. Someone to become a theoretical best player is not someone. Do I kill you? Do I not kill you? No. No risks. 0 risk. Someone. I'm short. I'm actually short.
Oh, of course.
And you know what? Oh, it's your turn next. If Marin doesn't kill you. I mean, no, Orange doesn't kill you.
It's a good map, eh?
Yeah, I was distracted. I was saying, you can theoretically become the best player without playing other best players, but I think in practice you should play with the best players to learn.
Yeah.
And that's the goal of Discord. Yeah, of course. You don't have to attack me from there. You notice how I didn't run actions.
I don't have to do anything. Just seems safer to not have you around me anymore, though. You know?
No.
You proved me wrong, so shame on me? Is that how that one goes? Or? Yeah.
Moves me everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
No. I pistol your troops.
Yeah, we're dead. We die. I'm glad. I'm glad you die with me, sir. Next time, try a different strat.
Looks like General might sweep both of us.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yellow first. All right. They're going to block some troops unnecessarily.
Yeah, it's also
hard to make the splits.
It's also
this map is tough.
I think an unprofitable kill. 35 troops. How many did you have at the beginning?
Like 45, 40. Not worth it. Especially that there are other more interesting players that have less to kill and that are more worth it, such as me. But Lee General, you better move. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time waits for no one. No, you're too slow. You're too slow. It's not gonna work. No. All right, perfect. Wait, perfect, buddy. Gotta move fast.
So surely,
before it was worth it.
Surely you could have predicted how I would have dealt with this. Yes. Now you kill me.
I don't think you're worth it.
Right.
Are you worth it?
I don't know.
You are worth it.
Have to be, right?
The question is, I want to kill orange, but they're not worth it. I mean, I'm going to die afterwards.
Yeah.
So what's my best choice? I will say knock knock. I will take my time.
Yeah, you might as well kill me.
No.
You're gonna trap me?
I'll be weak. That's the best move I see.
Ah, you're gonna trap me.
You're not worth it now? I should just wait to make you worth it afterwards. Pete.
Yo.
I was looking at some of your questions.
Yeah.
For the podcast, thinking about what I would answer, and I wanted to know. I can answer myself, but I wanted to know what you find is the most important thing in a person.
In what regard?
Let me pull up the question for you.
How is it worded exactly?
Questions for guests. Questions.
You see, I've kind of left the formula behind.
I see.
Even though, like, this one has been a fairly good mix of interview / we're just playing a game together.
Correct. Where art thou?
Questions for guests. So...
No, it's in questions. What do you love about the game? It was something like, what is the single most important quality of a person? What's the most important personality trait in your opinion? That's how it was phrased.
Sure. What's the most important personality trait in my opinion?
Yes.
Skepticism.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That really fits you.
Yes. Yeah, and you can see how I would value that above anything else, right? So as far as you want to talk about theories of knowledge, you know, how do we come to know things to be true and meaningful?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not ultimately skeptical, how can you say for sure anything? And you can't, right? It's an important thing to note is that the scientific method is not a method of proof. It's a method of falsification.
Yep.
So science never says we know this to be a 100% true fact. All science says is our best model for reality, GG. Our best. I had to set on 3, by the by.
That's all.
Enjoy it. Our best model for reality indicates that this is the most likely thing to be true. And you kind of have to... This is me imposing my opinion again. I see skepticism as virtuous. Okay? I see skepticism as the highest virtue. So
I see it as well.
Yeah. Okay. So like
not necessarily as the highest, but yes.
But as a virtue, sure. So it's kind of the point from where all other virtues derive. Like it's the logical bedrock of virtue. Something can only be good if it's true. Something can only be true if we've figured out what else is false. Yes? Is that the best way of put? Probably not, but I'm trying to speak.
I follow.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, man, you speak 4 languages, or what did you say? 5 languages?
4 comfortably, 2 scholarly, 2 at school.
Got it. Did you ever learn that chess grandmasters use the linguistic part of their brain to understand a board?
I didn't know those 2 specifically. Buddy, that's not necessary. You can't kill me, you know that, right?
I just figure the fact that you would be good at one would make you good at this.
I do enjoy chess quite a bit, actually.
I'm sure. I think he can kill. Oh, yeah, I think he can.
No, he can't.
With the 16?
No, he's blind. Oh, the 16. Oh, right.
But I don't think he has time now. Go fast, go fast, go fast. Go fast, Lee Jen. I think he's got you. Just barely. GG.
Well played.
Yeah, 5 cards, man. Wow. Yeah, so I figure all of these things would lend you to being someone who is... I mean...
I really enjoy chess.
What's an important personality trait? Honesty. Integrity. Right? If you don't lie to yourself, you're probably going to have the best time possible. And we are so easy for ourselves to lie to.
Correct.
So
I agree.
It all stems from a quest for truth, a quest for wisdom. Like, I would love to think of myself as a wise person, but that's more of a journey, not a destination.
I agree.
But the path matters. Like, there's no there. I'm never going to be... I'm never going to reach my goals. Yeah, nor should you. No. Thank you. Nor should you ever hope to. So there we are. Good for Lee General, man. I can see him being great at this map, too.
Yeah.
So how are we for time? Would you like to play one more game?
One more quick one.
Sure. Sounds good to
me. A meme setting.
Oh, a meme setting. What's your meme setting?
I don't know. What do you have?
I don't know. We could do like a progressive game on a smaller map, like Qing Dynasty. We could do something really dumb like that Simple World Zombies.
I was thinking something along those lines.
Do you want to play Simple World Zombies? I'm down. I'll set it up.
I mean, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. We'll set up our last game just for funsies. So yeah, is there anything maybe give you the chance to promote or speak to the community? Like, is there anything that you want to get into?
Me personally, no. I just want to keep following my risk journey. One thing I would like to say for a lot of the community is make content. I didn't
Mm,
expect myself to be making uh, YouTube. I did it on a whim to get the
right,
BCC role as Pete encouraged me to do so.
right.
And I kept going with it because, for example, the Novice to GM series, I feel like I have the skill and I have enough interesting things to say about it. And I don't know about you, but I personally can't get enough content um, on Risk with some English speakers that are pretty smart and have a lot to say uh, about a specific game, about Risk. There's a I mean, there's Phil, there's you, there's a few other people, but I'd like to watch more, and I think a lot of people would like to watch more as well. So um,
You
I
mean
think there
you
is
mean once a
still a
day is
lot
not
to do.
enough? I can't do more than once a day, my friend.
No, I can't. I can't do more than once a day either. But no, some people watch a lot of YouTube, and when you're hooked on Risk at a specific moment, then
Hmm.
yeah, you're probably going to watch more than 30 minutes of YouTube a day, and more Risk videos. And I think we need to strive towards more information on the internet about Risk global domination. For example, more information about specific tutorials for technical 1v1 maps, super maps. I know Zerp is working on one of those right now. Or something, or some more general knowledge, or some more content out there. So I think people should try it out. It's a fun experience for me. I like it, and yeah, with all the Risk I'm playing anyway, um, might as well put some extra time into it and put some effort into commentary. And it's a good exercise for yourself to practice talking like this. I've been living in France for 4 years now, and unfortunately, I don't speak enough English with other people. Olive said he didn't want to play in these new settings.
Then he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's funny. Um, and
Oh, but he's gonna play? Okay. Lol.
and and it's a great opportunity to practice talking like this, and especially a monologue. It's such an exercise. It's a it's a quite a challenge, and I really enjoy it.
Oh,
So
it's funny you say
yeah,
that
it's a
because
it's a good
I agreed
experience.
with everything you said up to there. Like my experience of
Ah,
this has been it's effortless for me to just
to talk
to
alone.
shit out the thoughts in my head ad
Ah,
infinitum. It's effortless. It doesn't feel like work at all.
okay. Mm. It is perhaps because of my language barrier
Oh
and
yeah,
my
if
lack of
English is your
practice
second
towards
language,
English.
yeah, that would make it much more challenging. But
It's
just to touch on like because I was right there encouraging you to make content, right? And
hmm
the
Yep.
very first thing that I noticed from making content was watching my own mind made my game
Yep.
so much
Yep.
better.
It's going to make you a lot better of a player. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the fact of other people liking it is just gravy. I couldn't have imagined where I would be
Hmm
today a year ago, right?
Yep.
It seems absurd. Um, and here we are. So what a fun blessing.
Mm. Yep.
All right, we
All
need
right. Let's get one more
one
player.
more person. I'm sure there has to be someone for our final silly game. No skill involved.
Yep.
I'll just put on the main server, I guess. All right, we got someone. Cool. We're ready up.
Yep.
I think we should do a Simple World Zombies tournament, and but the winner has to take all their money that they win and put it all on black.
Yeah. Exactly. Or on green.
Exactly. Bet on green. Do you like gambling?
Um. So why do I have? Oh, I have two positions. Got it. Um. I, from an addiction point of view, and from the taste in that, not not especially, but strategy and finding odds, for example, card counting and playing theoretically perfect, that is appealing to me. And I have not really played money games with money in my life. But I must say, I did lose a bit track of myself playing with the Risk Bucks on the 5-a-side tournament.
In a good way? You lose track of yourself?
I was quite committed to it, and then I made two consecutive bets that were unlikely to lose, and which made me lose a combined 17 million Risk Bucks in 2 games. I think I've broken a record. So I have lost a lot of money, and that was now I owe a bunch of money to different people. It's my curtain call, my time to say, oh, I was spending a lot of time on this, and what for some silly Risk Bucks. And no, the irony in the story is, a week after I go bankrupt and I say, all right, I'm over this. I just need to pay back my debts and be done with this. Sterling adds a bunch of things that you can do in the store, which I find that super funny. So now you can actually do things with your Risk Bucks, whereas before it was completely useless. Now it's things for like virtual presence and stuff, but it's still, it's still kind of ridiculous that I was committing to something that was absolutely useless before and spending quite a bit of time on it, to be honest. And now that I'm done with it, it actually could be useful for something. Anyway, those are my thoughts. So gambling is interesting, but I can see how people get hooked, and I don't really appreciate it for just the for the hell of it. Let's do random things for money.
What are your thoughts on addiction?
Well, it can be unhealthy for people, and it is a shame that it can negatively impact people in such a strong manner. It's a shame. It ruins life. And it takes a lot to fight addiction. It's I perceive it as something that is bad if uncontrolled. I think that's a pretty obvious statement. I don't know if anyone would disagree with me on that. It should. Yeah, people should strive to control it, or try and get help to make sure that they can. Or be in a situation where they. Ooh.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I saw the zombies hit him in North America pretty hard.
So you have a position in Greenland. That's good to know. Thanks for telling me.
No, man, I have allies. You don't have any. You don't have any allies? You don't have any friends in this game?
I don't see anyone. I wasn't looking at anyone whatsoever. Oh, that's hilarious.
There we are. Okay. So, you, me, Olive, and Black has... Let's see.
I have to attack a 7.
Okay,
unless you leave me that 1 stack open, which would be super kind of you.
No, I'm not kind after last game.
Yeah.
After you giggling gleefully and fucking up my shit. It's like, I'll show him mercy, and then the exact opposite. All right, I'll stab you in the back then. That's good. I think the taking all of that lightheartedly is also kind of a skill.
Yep,
you know,
that's true.
Grounding yourself in the reality that it is a game.
Yep. That's something very important with Risk. Being able to shake it off. That's almost an essential skill for this. When people don't play like you expected them to play, or like they should have.
Isn't that a great way to put it? Like they should have, according to who?
Mm-hmm. According to your opinion.
Yeah. Well, that's
according to your expectation.
I have noticed
it's a game with other people.
The the game is shit, the dice are shit, the bots are shit, whatever, has so much to do with a person not having their expectations met.
Mm-hmm.
And skepticism, keeping an open mind, would just do wonders in those cases.
Yep.
Oh, this thing happened. Didn't expect that. Doesn't mean I'm bad or wrong.
Yep.
But it definitely indicates the potential for learning something new.
Mm. Do I secure a nice attack for myself next turn? Unless you'd block that. No, you can't block that. Even if you wanted to screw me over, you can't. If I make this attack, I will have a free attack next turn. Call this an investment.
But what if I fuck you over?
That's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Not unlikely, even.
Not unlikely, even. But Vicky, what if I'm a terrible person?
That's the point.
Isn't it? I don't think hitting an 8 is that big of a deal.
No, but I could have attacked a 4. I'm weak. Nah. All right. You are. Peter.
Yes, sir.
This one's for you.
I get it. I deserve. Ooh, good roll too. Look at that. Good roll. This one. Hats off to you, sir. As he straps on his suicide vest. End. Yeah. At least the zombies get your cards. We're teaching people how to play Risk here.
Yeah.
So we've learned something, ladies and gentlemen. Vicky and I are both vindictive pricks. Oh my god. Alright, well.
I felt like I had to.
I think, no, good for you. I think all of zero carding is it's just going to lead him to win. He got to see that all play out.
Yep. Oh man. I have to say, thank you, Pete, for being such a predominant part in my Risk journey, from your content to you pushing me to make a YouTube account, channel, to well, sharing a show together. That's it's quite flattering.
Back at you, man. You're great. I love watching and encouraging great players. You know, getting to know you, spending time with you. This is the whole the connection. It's what I'm all about. I love it. So it's very much a mutual thing. Thank you. Right back at you. That's what I'm here for. It never ceases to amaze me that there is an audience for this brand of material.
Yep.
So for as long as that is true, I'll do my part to.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah. I don't want to let people
Pete,
down. Yes.
How is your writing coming along?
Writing?
Mm-hmm.
Like which writing?
Some of your writing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's an audience for that yet, but maybe if I work really hard at it. I don't have time. This is my problem in my life. I do too much.
Yeah, time is a limited resource.
Like, I don't read enough. So it's hard for me to get into a space where I would believe that anyone would be interested to hear anything I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it took me until my 37th year or whatever to find an audience at all. Oh, I die.
Right. Bye bye,
Yeah.
sucker.
Oh! This is why you get into fights with people.
Mm-hmm.
Gleefully, sucker. All right, I think Olive wins now.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it was supposed to be fixed or progressive. I think this one being fixed made it a bit more defensive.
Mm. Right. What now? Anyway, yeah, this has been a wonderful session and a perfect time for me to procrastinate
Yeah.
at the time where I had to work the most.
Uh-oh. It's your busy season?
Today and tomorrow are probably two of my busiest days of one of the most busiest days of my semester. But I wanted to do this, and this was a good time for me to relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not responsible. I know, but what gives? It was fun, and I wanted to be part of this show.
I think there's a sweet spot between working all the time and like I
Yep,
actually think
correct.
you're more productive if you give yourself that space to enjoy your life in the process.
Mm.
The work itself. I mean, obviously, procrastinate is an interesting term. You can define it how you will. I will never be disciplined enough to satisfy my own desire for that. So in a way, everything's a procrastination.
Mm.
Right?
I define procrastination as doing something that is not work when you're supposed to be working.
Who gets to say when you're supposed to be when you're self-employed?
That's good for you.
Well,
Yeah. I'm at school. I have time.
And we get
All
to
right.
see Olive win another game. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right. Well,
I have to
thank you
call
very
people
much.
for a project soon.
Thank you very much for coming on, buddy.
Thank you, Pete.
Appreciate your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Be well.
Like to chit chat, potentially, maybe even another time, specifically about philosophy on knowledge, and
Ooh,
other
down.
topics that we did not talk about tonight.
I'm always down for that. I love it.
Yep. Thank you very much.
All right. Good night.
And good night.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think Olive is going to win this game. Might take a bit. I think I'll do him the honor of commentating this exciting finale. So Olive has to be really careful not to overextend against the zombies. But I don't see Black as being able to come back. So the next thing he does is he hollows out Africa. And that only forces you to guard from an additional single front. Or he can put his stack there. Yeah, so we're just going to sit there. Reinforce back. So Olive has a 4-position guard. That will then be consolidated into a 2-position guard. And then a 1-position guard. And then he kills Black in 3 or 4 turns, something like that, when he gets there. Black zero carding at this point is incorrect. I think what you do is you hit the 22 and you split, so you hold the bonus of North America. But it being fixed, they're really trying not to overextend. However, they can see that it is a 1v1. So I think them not taking cards just ensures that they can't win. Yeah, zombies can't get takes anymore, so Olive, I think, hits both of these on this turn. Maybe not. Maybe he does this one this turn, this one the next turn. Yeah. Being very careful not to overextend. So he's going to put all of his troops here in a single stack and then punch up and kill black. And then that's the game. Black player had a set on 3 this whole time, didn't trade it in. Where do they go with 42 troops? Alright, they're going to try and take North America now. I think it's too little too late. The spin of the roulette wheel. You gotta split that army. And even then, that won't work because 33 will break you. Pull back there. Ooh, zombies going that way. Alright, Olive putting in 8. Moves here. Reinforces up. Yep, next turn he'll have a single position. And then he'll go hunting. And that's the game. Yeah, 2 turns away now. Oh, we're backing off. So Olive can hold Asia, Africa, South America, and Australia from this single position. And that is plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bonus troops. 51 stack. We'll clean up the world that remains. I don't know what you do if you're black. At this point, you die. Give him a good game. Yeah. Oh, we got an outbreak. It might not go far. It does provide a little wrinkle. And that's the game. Pretty sure Olive can clean up the zombies, but let's see if he sticks around to do so. You sit there. Now you control this half of the world instead. Yeah. So you get 3 for Europe, 3 for North America. Yeah. And 10 troops. That's probably enough to sweep right now. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thanks again, Vicky, for coming on. I had a blast. I always do. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Come along the ride with me. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do a fixed game every Friday. I do this show, the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, on Wednesdays, and every other day. I do whatever I feel like. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.